Hi, I'm Katie. I'm the senior buyer at Babies R Us. I've been in the nursery industry for 25 years and I've also got 2 children of my own. So we know there's so much to think about as new parents when you're preparing to bring your new baby home. There's an overwhelming amount of advice and products available, and it's difficult to know what you actually need. So we've been speaking to some new parents about the challenges of choosing the right products and also about some of the dilemmas they might face with their journey into parenthood. Hi, Rani.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Hi, you Lou? Katie, nice to meet you. So I'm pleased to be joined today by mums Lou and Ali, and we're going to be talking about sleep. So Lou, can you tell me how old your little one is?
Freya is 6 months old. I'm a first-time mum, so just the one.
Yeah.
I'm a new mum also, and Alfie is 4 months old.
Oh, so you know a lot about sleep.
We're getting there.
So the guidelines now are that when you bring them home from hospital, they should be in your bedroom for at least up to 1 year. So what did you think about before you had the babies, about where you were going to have your babies to sleep? Sort of where was the thought processes?
I did a lot of research and I chose to have a side-by-side bed, a 2 bambini, where the side comes down and it attaches to your bed. I really wanted the closeness of, the baby there, and I know that it appears to be more comfortable that way. And it's really convenient. I'm breastfeeding, so still feeding in the night, that's really helpful. So it was kind of through recommendation and research really that I got to that point.
And Ali?
We also have a next to me cot, Chico one. Again, that was through friends and family recommendation. Being a new mum, it's a minefield of products out there, so it's quite nice to speak to experienced mums and see what they found was best and useful. Having that first-hand experience, being able to share that it's nice, knowing that you're getting a genuine recommendation of what's useful and what's not. So that was really helpful.
So that was more overnight sleep.
Yeah.
What about during the day? Where would they have a sort of a sleep in the day?
So I have a Moses basket that we really used in those first few months an awful lot. That's downstairs, and it's really easy to move around the house, lightweight on the stand. And then some other naps will also take place on the go, so either in the pushchair or in the car as well.
Yeah. What about you, Ali?
We also have a carrier, which is really convenient for being out and about. And in the day we have our nursing pillow, which I've used daily, which is really great for it on the sofa, and it's quite nice to have that contact net. But just going back to our next to you as well, that was always really convenient. It collapses and you can transport that and take that. If you were going for a night away, that was always really handy. So you could have it on the move with you.
Yeah, and that's useful because they're used to sleeping in that place, so they can settle easily.
Yeah, keeping that familiarity for them really helps.
Yeah, and they're in their bedroom with you, but then did you decorate their nursery and buy the cot before they were born?
Yes, yeah, I'm a planner, so just having it done was really nice to just have it done. So having that full-size cot, we're not really using that yet, but one of the things we did make sure we took the time to do was research mattresses for that. So ours is a big, quite nice deep pocket sprung mattress that will last the length of time, good quality. So I know that it'll be good for her when she does start using it.
Yeah. And does it have a removable cover?
Yes, so with the removable cover and then just a fitted sheet on there.
Yeah.
Well. So
and that's great because you can chuck it in the washing machine and
really easy.
Yeah. And what mattress did you have, Ali?
We have a sprung mattress also.
Yeah.
And our cot was something we bought in advance as well, but it's one that can grow with Alfie, so it has the 3 different height levels and then turns into an infant bed as well. So that was, in my eyes, a good investment to last him a good few years. And so I feel like that was money well spent, and we are starting to use that in the day as well and get Alfie used to that space, and that's his bed. although he's not in there at night, it's quite nice. He'll quite often take a nap in there in the day, or just use it as a safe space if I've changed him, to put him down in there, because he's trying to roll now. So it's a good spot to pop him in, and he just gets used to it. So it's quite nice, really.
And when they were first born, so at night you'd probably put them in a bodysuit, sleep suit, and then did you swaddle or did you use a sleeping bag?
I did swaddle Freya for about a month, and really she just got to a point that I don't think she really enjoyed it anymore.
And what about you, Ali?
I never quite got to grips with the swaddle. I'm not sure if it was me or Alfie or both, but we quite early on discovered sleeping bags also, and he's been in that ever since. And again, we just use those for nighttime rather than in the day. So I feel like that is associated with his nighttime routine now of going into his sleeping bag. And we've, again, can use them all year round. So we've got the different togs. It's quite nice that he will continue to have that same routine of going into a sleeping bag at night, and he'll just go into the summer togs.
Yeah, so you get 2.5 tog for winter.
Yes, yeah.
And then you can have a 1 tog for summer. So that's really useful, and they're still in that routine of putting the sleeping bag on.
Absolutely. We are going on holiday next week as well, so we can take our summer togs with us and still have that familiarity of being really in a sleeping bag, and hopefully that will ease our bedtime routine with being in a different place, still having that same routine and going into a sleeping bag.
And are there any products you use to help them get to sleep? So any white noise machines or anything you can recommend?
White noise especially is something we use every day, every nap. So a machine we have in the bedroom, but also I have a smaller version for on the go, which just attaches onto things like a handle of a car seat or something. And then the other thing is a blackout blind. Really, with the lighter evenings now, it's going to sleep at night time is essential, really. So those 2 things for me.
Yeah.
Alfie is a dummy user. He really likes that. He takes great comfort in that. It's something we've used from very early on, really. And now in the daytime he has his dummy clips, so it's never far away. So even if he doesn't want it, it can just drop down, and that's quite handy, really, that it's there. And again, a blackout blind we find very helpful. It just creates a nice dark room, and just it's good for all of us, really. We get a good sleep, and then helpful for those naps as well in the day to get him down.
And any top tips for sort of sleep and sort of how to cope with it in those early days?
I'd say keeping to the same routine now. We do the same thing every night. We do bath bottle, bed and a book, and we do that most nights.
Nice,
We're not too strict. If we want an evening off, then that's quite nice that we can do that and have that flexibility. But yeah, just try and do the same thing most evenings. But I think in the early days, do what's best for you and try and figure out what works for your baby, and every baby's different. So it's just trying to get to know them and what's best for them and what works for them.
Yeah, I think just to reiterate that, really, that not to apply that much pressure to yourself. It's really easy in those early days, especially first time around, to think, is my baby getting enough sleep? Actually trying different things, like, go out in the pushchair and go, got to get my baby to sleep, and if it happens, then it happens, and if it doesn't, try again a bit later on. And that's what I'd really probably go back and tell myself, not to worry too much.
Yeah, that's good advice. So we've gone through some of the sleep options when they first come out of hospital. So you can go for a Moses basket on a stand, a bedside crib, or even a compact cot or crib that you can have in your bedroom that fits. And I think we've sort of spoken about how important a mattress is, and it's probably one of the products it's worth investing in, because they're obviously sleeping on it every night, and to get a breathable mattress with a removable cover is a really good idea. So for all your sleep solutions, you can visit our Babies R Us website. And I'd like to say a big thank you to our mums. We've had a lovely chat today about sleep. So thank you to Lou and Ali.